Today we're going to be working on a GE model. Model number is on the display. Welcome to DIY Repair Now. Read all the warnings, and during this video you will see one or more of these icons to help you do this repair safe. The problem that we have in this machine that is blinking and it says 38, but that 38 doesn't mean anything. The really error code is number 7. Now we're gonna put this machine in test mode. We're gonna press the start button for 10 seconds until we get into the test mode. Now we are in the test mode, and if we press, we don't have to press anything. It's gonna start popping the error code. The first error code was 7. Then if you keep pressing, it's gonna give you all the error codes that are saved on the computer board. Now it gives me a lot of error codes like 22, it doesn't mean anything on the paper. Number 3 is related. Number 7 is detecting water in the tub. Now, as you can see over here, we have a drip, but we want to eliminate any other probable causes that is doing this. Over here we have the main computer board, and you see I disconnect the pressure tube, make sure it's clean. Now you tilt the washer and make sure the pressure tube is clean underneath. This is where the pressure tube is located, underneath the washer. The reason why we need to make sure the pressure tube is clean is because one of the probable causes to error 7 is that it could be pressure tube clogged or full of soap or gunk or anything. So we want to eliminate that possibility, but I already have a strong feeling that it could be the sensor that goes on the water valve. Here's the water valve, the one you see between the two water hose attachment, which is right what you see on this picture. That's a sensor. If that sensor is detecting water flowing while the machine is off, that means the error code 7, which is detecting water still going into the tub while the machine is off. Also, you got to make sure on those screens, metal screens on the water valve, are clean. Now we're gonna go ahead and make sure that we are not getting any voltage on the water valve. Now, while we see water dripping, that means the water valve is not closing all the way. So now I got the water hooked up, the machine plugged in, and I'm just checking for voltage going into the water valve. And as you see on the tester, I'm not getting any voltage whatsoever. So if it was voltage going into the water valve, that would be the reason. In that case, it would be the main control board. Now, when you see this drip inside the machine, 90% of the time is gonna be your water valve that is not closing all the way, or sand got stuck on the water valve mechanism or something like that. So what we're gonna do is make sure your machine is disconnected, your water valves are off, and we're gonna tilt the front panel. I know I escaped where I removed the screws on this panel, but if you see the end of this video, you will see how I take them out. Also take a picture of the attachments, terminals on the existing water valve to make sure you plug the new one in correctly. So just keep that in mind. I always take pictures before I disconnect anything, in case a wire moves or I get lost or anything. Just go back to your phone and you will remember how they were. You can see it on the picture how the terminals were connected. Now we're gonna remove 3 screws that are holding the water valve. like so. And we're gonna go ahead and just move it back and forth until it comes out. As you see, it has 4 water valves outputs. That is the sensor that is detecting water going into the tub, and that's why the washing machine gets on air code 7 and it starts trying to pumping the water out. Basically, the customer said the machine came on like at 3 o'clock in the morning and it was on for hours. This is the new part. As you can see on the display, you can see the part number. And we're gonna go ahead and proceed to install the new water valve. Here's the old one, the old water valve right next to the new one. Pretty much the same thing. I think it changed colors on the actual solenoids, but nothing major. Everything goes back the same. The reason why I mentioned that is because like an LG made, the Kenmores made by LG can look differently. And I also going to be uploading a video replacing the same water valve on a Kenmore made by LG. So go ahead and screw the same 3 screws that you remove, same way you take them out. These screws are the one are holding the pump in place to avoid the pump to come loose and start leaking water. So just make sure you tie those screws really good. Then go ahead and start connecting all the terminals to the water valve solenoids the same way you're removing it. I'm sorry. Just try to dry out any water that's spilled when you remove the old water valve to avoid any shortage on the board. Put your panel back in place. And here's where you guys gonna see I removed the back panel. It's really not necessarily to remove the back panel. You only gotta remove the 2 screws that are holding the console display, and you can tilt it back. But I removed the back panel, that way I will show you guys better what I'm doing on the main computer board. This is the panel that I was talking about. You not necessarily have to remove it. You only remove the 2 screws. They are right on the left and right side of the plastic panel. But I also removed this metal panel just to have a better view on the board, because the paperwork was suggesting to check the pressure tube on the actual board and make sure it wasn't clogged. So I decided to remove it. You don't really have to remove this piece. If you want to work better and have a better perspective view on the computer board, then you can remove it. It is about 4 or 5 screws on the metal panel and the 2 screws on the left hand side plastic display panel. Now what you're gonna do is go ahead and attach your hot and cold water line to the washer machine. Make sure you tighten them pretty good, and also make sure the water hoses still got the gaskets or rubber seals inside, however you want to call it. Now go ahead and open your water valves. Go ahead and set the washer in place, and go ahead and plug your washer. I also keep this zip tight just to make sure the drain line is secure, because this drain line hose depends on how far away it's in the drain pipe. It can come loose and it can create a water damage all over the laundromat. Now we're just gonna go ahead and test it out, make sure our job has been a success. And as you see, it's filling in. Water is doing what it's supposed to. And on the display, if you read right, it says sensing, which that's what it's doing. We have water coming in into the tub. There you go, it keeps filling in, trying to get a good video. That way you guys see there is actually water coming in. Now it's already on 13 and it's washing with no issues. This job has been a success and it's working perfectly fine.
Alright guys, if this video helped you in any way, you can show us appreciation by giving us a tip using the following options that you see on the screen. If you cannot provide with a tip, is another way to support this channel by just dropping off a comment in the comment section down below. Subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and turn on the bell to receive notifications. Thanks for watching.